gonna do the Ladyshave. Slowly builds up now. Between my ears there is a fog now. The soothing sound of your shower made my life this hour. I guess I must have messed it up. I guess I must have messed it up. I guess I must have messed it up. When I gave you the Ladyshave. Your heart's a pumping bass, and I like that, yeah. My heart is missing pace, and I like that. A Ladyshave, I can see now that you do. A Ladyshave, need to know her. Now I know. I guess I must have messed it up. I guess I must have messed it up. I guess I must have messed it up. When I gave you the Ladyshave. A Ladyshave. I can see now that to do the Ladyshave needs to know how. I guess I must have messed it up. I guess I must have messed it up. When I gave you the Ladyshave, I guess I must have messed it up. I guess I must have messed it up. I guess I must have messed it up. When I gave you the Ladyshave.
This morning becomes eclectic at 89.9 KCRW, and music in the studio this morning from Gus Gus. Couple of, I think I did one of each there. A couple of songs, one from the new album, which is Ladyshave, the song we just heard, and then one from the first album, Distortion was the name of the album, Polyyesterday. Maybe before we go any further, we could perhaps go back to, I think, 1995 when the first record was recorded. It actually wasn't picked up and released by 4AD, I believe, for a little while. It took a couple of years. But when you guys made that first record, tell us a little bit about the collective that is the band, because at the beginning of the interview I introduced you as three members from the collective that is Gus Gus. Tell us a little, if you can, about the various members that are in this band, because there are people, there are actors, there are filmmakers, there are musicians and singers. Perhaps you could tell us a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm. Daniel told me just before I called him the first time, he told me that he always wanted to be an actor. And I was making a film and decided to call my good friend and help him to become an actor. And I asked him to act in our film. And Magnus Jónsson over there, he decided to be in on that project. And slowly that turned into a musical project, and now we're a band.
How did the other people get involved? Because I think there's, what, 8, 9 people in the band?
I think we were like 12 in the beginning, 12.
Yeah, well, initially it was just a bunch of actors and filmmakers, and to our surprise, we realized that almost everyone in that group of people had some musical talent or some musical background that we wanted to take advantage of, or exploit the talents of those beautiful people. And the reason being that the shootings of the film were postponed by 2 months, so we had to fill the gap of 2 months, and we decided to do something interesting and make music together. And that's when we met or contacted the Reykjavik underground ambient techno duo, Biggie Veira and Herb Legovitz. They were in that duo together, and we felt that they could contribute to our songwriting, and they had exactly the right environment that we were looking for, the computerized working environment.
So you kind of knew the music you wanted to make, and you went out and found the programmers, I guess,
exactly,
to be able to bring that to the table. Did the film ever get actually made?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's a 17 minutes long short film, and it's about partner swapping in Reykjavik.
It's called Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Hang on a minute. So it's about partner swapping, and it's called Pleasure. I guess I can understand that. There's probably not that much to do in Reykjavik, right?
Not that many people, so very few girls and very few boys.
So everybody knows everybody quite well.
Well, you know what to do around the weekends, but it's like to fill in the gap in between.
That's why you made the music, I'm guessing. I don't know. Okay, so we talked about the band getting together, and then the first album, and then 4AD picking it up.
Yes. And
a lot of great attention, reviews, a lot of people liking it, a lot of musicians who respected you, big names, Bjork, Massive Attack, I mean all these people who ended up, I guess a lot of them started working with you and started asking you to remix things. So you guys have been pretty busy in between the albums as well. I wonder how did that feel to get this kind of attention and to get artists of this stature telling you how much they liked your work and that they wanted to work with you?
I don't think whose name it is. I don't think it matters whose name it is that appreciates your work.
You were just happy that people appreciated it?
Yes.
Okay.
We are also happy to be able to work with people like Deepest Mode, David Byrne,
and Björk,
Pixie Cat 5.
Must that work?
These are people that we have been remixing or have remixed us as well.
And the remix aspect is very important for us, especially when you know, coming up with different versions to a single version of a song. You know.
How does that feel when you hand over your work to a remixer and you probably don't know where it's going, and you get the finished mix back? I mean, I'm sure it varies depending on who it is and what the song is and what they've done to it, but is there a certain acceptance that comes with making that decision?
I mean, it's like sending a child to summer camp, you know. It's you never know.
Not sure how they're going to come back.
But you can have a recall on the remix, but you can't have it on summer camp.
Well, yeah.
You got another couple of songs ready for us, I think, from the new album. What are you going to play for us next?